You know what I've noticed? Keeping a house clean gets harder as the years go by. When you're younger, you can scrub floors and move furniture like it's no big deal. But once the knees start creaking, the back starts talking, and every task feels like it comes with a price tag of pain. You start thinking, do I really need to mop under the couch? Who's even looking under there anyway? That's exactly why I put this together. These aren't your typical spring cleaning tips that make you feel like you should be wearing an apron and humming happily while you polish baseboards. Nope. These are real-life hacks for folks who are older, disabled, or just plain tired of cleaning the hard way. The kind of tricks that make you go, wait a minute, why didn't I know this sooner? So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's talk about how to keep your home clean without breaking your back. Or your spirit. Number 1. Use long-handled tools, like an extension of your body. I'll tell you something I've learned the hard way. Bending, crouching, or stretching when you're older and dealing with pain is basically an Olympic sport. Only problem is, nobody gives you a medal for it, just sore knees and a stiff back. That's where long-handled tools become lifesavers. I like to think of them as extensions of your body, like you're suddenly part octopus. A long-handled duster isn't just for cobwebs in the corner. It's for crumbs under the table, pet hair along the baseboards, and yes, even that sock that's been living under your bed since Christmas. One guy I know said he uses a golf ball retriever as his all-purpose picker-upper. Can you imagine? He walks around the house snatching up tissues, pens, and even his remote control like he's playing the world's weirdest round of golf. He swears it works better than the pricey official grabbers you see in catalogs. And here's another one. Long-handled scrub brushes. A woman with arthritis told me she gave up scrubbing her shower tiles on her knees years ago. Now she stands at the doorway with a long-handled brush, sprays the cleaner, and just gives it a gentle sweep. No bending, no twisting, no "my back will never forgive me." She calls it her lazy mop dance. The beauty of these tools is that they let you skip all those little movements that add up to big pain later. Reaching down, twisting, stooping. Those things might not sound like much, but when you've got bad joints or nerve pain, it's like asking your body to do parkour. With the right tool, you don't have to. You just extend your extra arm, give it a little sweep or grab, and move on with your day. So if you've been torturing yourself bending down for every crumb and dropped item, trust me, invest in one of these tools. You'll feel like Inspector Gadget, only with a cleaner house. 2. Sit while you clean. Rolling chairs are a game changer. Now let me tell you about the pure genius of sitting while you clean. Whoever said housework has to be done standing clearly never had bad hips, a stiff spine, or swollen feet. Sitting changes everything. I know a woman who practically cleans her whole kitchen from a rolling office chair. She scoots around from counter to counter like she's driving a tiny cleaning mobile. Dishes? Into the dishwasher. Wipe the counters? Easy reach. Sweep a few crumbs? Just roll a foot over and boom, done. She swears by it because standing too long makes her legs ache. And honestly, when I first heard it, I thought, now that's the kind of innovation NASA needs. I even read about a man with chronic back pain who keeps a tall bar stool next to his washer and dryer. He perches there while transferring clothes or folding laundry. He said, "I still hate laundry, but at least I don't feel like I'm collapsing afterward." Smart guy. And don't think sitting makes you lazy. Nope, it makes you strategic. It's the difference between saying, "I'll try to clean the kitchen later," and actually doing it because it doesn't sound like torture. One friend of mine even joked, "If I can roll through the house like a queen on her throne and still get my dusting done, I'll take it." There's also a hidden bonus. You don't just save energy, you save time. When you're sitting, you're not stopping every 5 minutes to catch your breath, rub your knees, or straighten your back. You just keep gliding along like a janitor on wheels. So here's my advice. Keep a sturdy chair or stool in any room you spend a lot of cleaning time in. And if you can get a rolling chair, Even better, it's not just a chair, it's like having power steering for your chores. 3. Spray and walk away. Let the cleaner do the work. Here's the thing about cleaning. Most of us grew up thinking you had to scrub like you were auditioning for a muscle commercial. I mean, remember when your mom or grandma would be down on her knees, scrubbing that floor until it practically squeaked? Well, newsflash. Cleaners today are made to do the scrubbing for you. Seriously, the chemicals want the job. All you have to do is give them time. Take this tip from a guy I know who lives with shoulder pain. He says his shower tiles used to be his worst enemy. He'd scrub for 10 minutes, then spend the next 3 days with an ice pack. Finally, he started spraying the tiles at night, going to bed, and just rinsing them off in the morning. He laughed and said, "I wake up, take a shower, and my bathroom cleans itself while I sleep. It's like I hired a maid who works the night shift." That's the beauty of the spray and walk away trick. Oven a mess? Spray, close the door, and go watch your favorite show. By the time you're back, the cleaner has loosened up the gunk, and all you need is a light wipe. Greasy stovetop? Spray it, go make a sandwich, and wipe it down later. Even toilets work the same way. Let the cleaner sit for a bit, while you go do literally anything else more fun. Here's where the magic really happens. It saves your energy. Instead of burning yourself out scrubbing like you're in boot camp, you let the cleaner do the heavy lifting while you put your feet up. Honestly, the toughest part of this hack is resisting the urge to scrub right away. You've got to learn to walk away. Spray it, forget it, and trust the process. Think of it as your own little cleaning assistant that doesn't complain, doesn't need coffee, and doesn't ask for a paycheck. 4. Use tongs wrapped with microfiber cloth. Now, let me tell you about one of the funniest, most clever hacks I've ever come across, turning kitchen tongs into your personal duster. I'm serious. Grab those barbecue tongs, the ones that haven't seen a grill in years. Wrap them with microfiber cloths, and boom, you've got yourself the ultimate dust-grabbing, item-pinching contraption. One woman said she started doing this when she could no longer twist and stretch to clean her blinds. She just wrapped her old salad tongs with a rag, clipped them on each slat, and slid down the line. She said it was like giving her blinds a massage. Honestly, the mental picture of someone pampering their blinds still makes me chuckle. And don't limit yourself to blinds. I've seen people use tong dusters on ceiling fan blades, under couches, along banisters, anywhere dust likes to hide. One guy with bad knees swore it saved him because he could dust baseboards without ever getting down on the floor. He just reached down with his tong tool and dragged it along like he was flipping a pancake. The beauty here is that microfiber cloths do the catching and the tongs do the grabbing. It's like having little pinchers that can hug dust bunnies to death. And since most of us already have tongs lying around, you don't even have to buy some fancy gadget. Plus, there's something kind of fun about it. Cleaning feels less like a chore and more like a weird science experiment. You're standing there with your tong duster, snapping at dust like you're playing a game of whack-a-mole. I know one woman who said she started naming hers Mr. Pinchy, and claims she cleans more now just because it feels silly and fun. So if you've been avoiding those blinds, ceiling fans, or hard-to-reach places because twisting your body hurts too much, try this hack. Who knew a pair of tongs could turn into your best cleaning buddy? 5. Keep cleaning supplies in multiple rooms. Here's one of those hacks that seems obvious once you hear it, but you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. The idea is simple. Don't keep all your cleaning supplies in one place. Scatter them around like secret weapons, tucked into every room. I learned this one from a woman who said her knees made even short walks feel like marathons. She used to keep all her sprays, clothes, and scrubbers in a bucket in the laundry room. Every time she noticed a little toothpaste blob in the bathroom sink, she'd think, well, I'd have to walk all the way across the house to get the supplies. So what did she do? Nothing. The blob lived there rent-free until cleaning day, which only made the job worse. Then she got smart. She started stashing a spray bottle and rag under every sink. Now, when she sees that toothpaste blob, she just wipes it and moves on. She told me, "It's like having snacks in every room, only healthier." I laughed, but she's right. When the tools are right there, the job goes from a maybe later chore to a quick swipe and go. And here's another bonus. It saves energy. If you've got bad hips or a cranky back, hauling a bucket of supplies around is like dragging a ball and chain. Having supplies in every room turns cleaning into a series of tiny, painless moments instead of one giant, exhausting ordeal. Some folks even get creative, like keeping a little caddy on their nightstand. That way, if they spill tea or notice dust while reading in bed, they can handle it right then and there. No excuses. It's funny, but once you try it, you'll never go back. You'll feel like a magician pulling out wipes and sprays from every corner of your house. Oh, toothpaste in the sink? Bam, I've got a spray for that. It makes cleaning feel less like a chore and more like a quick reflex. 6. Turn laundry into a sit-down job. Laundry might be the most underestimated workout of all time. Whoever designed washers and dryers clearly thought everyone was built like a gymnast. Bend, twist, lift, repeat. If you've got pain or mobility issues, that's a recipe for disaster. That's why turning laundry into a sit-down job is genius. I know a man with chronic back pain who swears by putting his laundry basket on a chair right next to the washer. Instead of bending all the way down to the floor, he just transfers clothes in little handfuls from basket to machine. He told me, "I used to feel like I was wrestling an alligator every laundry day. Now I just scoop and drop, and here's another trick. Smaller baskets. I know, it sounds like more work because you'll be carrying more loads. But think about it. Would you rather haul one massive, back-breaking basket or two light, easy ones? I read about a woman with arthritis who finally switched to smaller baskets and said it was life-changing. I don't dread laundry anymore, she said. I just take it in little bites. Folding can also be done sitting down, and honestly, it should be. One woman with hip pain folds all her clothes on her bed. She'll sit, fold a shirt, lie back for a minute, fold another shirt, lie back again. She called it her rest folding method. I told her that sounded more like a spa day than laundry, but hey, it works. And if folding feels like too much? Guess what? Half the people I know just don't do it anymore. They hang what they can, and the rest goes in drawers wrinkled. One guy shrugged and said, "Wrinkles are just fabric personality." I think he's right. The point is, laundry doesn't have to be an exhausting battle. By sitting down, breaking loads into smaller bits, and giving yourself permission to rest between steps, you turn it from a chore that knocks you out for the day into just another part of your rhythm. And who knows, you might even start looking forward to it if you add some music or a good show while you fold. 7. Use liners to cut future work in half. You know what the real enemy of a clean house is? Sneaky spills, the kind that hide under the milk jug in the fridge until you move it and bam, you've got a sticky science experiment growing on your shelf. Or that time the lasagna bubbled over in the oven and baked itself into a permanent souvenir. If you've ever had to scrub something like that, you know it's not just annoying, it's exhausting, especially when bending and scrubbing leave you sore for days. That's why liners are a total game changer. They're like little shields that take the hits so you don't have to. Some folks line their fridge shelves with plastic mats, reusable fridge liners, or even old placemats. One woman I read about just cuts up cheap plastic tablecloths from the dollar store. When something spills, she doesn't even flinch. She just lifts out the liner, rinses it in the sink, and puts it back. 5 minutes, no cursing, no aching joints. Same goes for the oven. A man with arthritis told me he uses disposable oven liners, and I swear he sounded happier about that than about his new recliner. He said, "The day I stopped scrubbing baked-on cheese off the oven floor was the day I started enjoying cooking again." Honestly, who can blame him? If your oven looks like a war zone, just drop in a liner. When it gets messy, toss it out and replace it. Easy. And don't sleep on microwave covers. A simple lid or even a paper towel over your leftovers can save you from scraping tomato sauce off the microwave walls. One lady told me she keeps a set of silicone covers in her drawer and just calls them her splatter guards. She said they're her most valuable kitchen tool, right after her coffee maker. What I love about liners is they're about prevention, not punishment. You're setting yourself up so the next mess barely counts as work. It's like saying, go ahead, spaghetti sauce, do your worst. I've got a shield, and for folks like us, where scrubbing isn't just annoying but painful, prevention is everything. 8. The 15-minute rule, and then stop. Now let's talk about the rule that saved my sanity. The 15-minute rule. See, a lot of us fall into the trap of thinking cleaning has to be an all-day event. You know how it goes. You start vacuuming, then you notice the baseboards. Then suddenly, you're on your hands and knees scrubbing behind the fridge. By the time you're done, your body feels like it's been run over and you're out of commission for the next 2 days. That's where the 15-minute rule comes in. Set a timer for 15 minutes, do what you can, and then stop. Yes, actually stop. Don't cheat. Don't say, just 5 more minutes. Nope. When the timer goes off, you're done. A friend of mine with chronic back pain swears by this. He vacuums 1 room per day, never more. He told me, my house isn't spotless at any one time, but by Friday it's all clean, and I still have energy left to enjoy my weekend. That's the beauty of it. Instead of one exhausting cleaning marathon, you spread the work into little sprints you can actually handle. And let me tell you, the mental relief is just as good as the physical. 15 minutes doesn't feel overwhelming. Anyone can handle that. Some days, all he does is wipe down the bathroom sink and call it a win. And you know what? That is a win. I even heard from a woman who gamifies it. She sets her kitchen timer, puts on some music, and treats it like a race. She said, sometimes I only get halfway through the dishes, but hey, that's half more than I had before. That kind of thinking changes everything. It shifts cleaning from being this giant looming monster into something bite-sized and doable. And here's the kicker. Sometimes you'll feel good enough after 15 minutes that you want to keep going. That's fine too, as long as you know you can stop at any point without guilt. The trick is giving yourself permission to stop before you break yourself down. So next time you look around and feel that heavy weight of, I'll never get all this done, just remember, you don't need to. You just need 15 minutes. Set the timer, knock out what you can, and then go rest with a smile because you earned it. 9. Let technology do the heavy lifting. Here's the truth. Technology is one of the best things that's happened to cleaning. I know some folks get nervous about gadgets, but once you try them, it's hard to go back. Take robot vacuums, for example. Those little round guys are like having a pet that actually helps you out for once. You press a button, it whirs to life, and suddenly you're sitting in your recliner watching dust disappear. One woman in her 70s said she named hers George. She treats him like a roommate. George vacuums while I nap, she told me. He's the most helpful man I've ever lived with. Now, if that doesn't sell you on the idea, I don't know what will. And you don't have to stop with robot vacuums. Lightweight, cordless vacuums are another gift from the cleaning gods. Forget dragging around those old clunky uprights that sound like a jet engine taking off. A cordless stick vacuum is light, easy to maneuver, and doesn't leave you tripping over cords. A guy I know with bad knees said his kids bought him one, and now he vacuums every other day just because it feels so easy. He laughed and said, I feel like a Jedi swinging a lightsaber. There are even little scrubber gadgets, battery-powered brushes that do the scrubbing for you. One woman with arthritis told me she uses hers on the tub and said it's the only reason she still bothers cleaning it herself. That brush is my best friend, she said, and unlike my husband, it actually listens to me. The bottom line is this: let the machines help. If your body can't keep up with the scrubbing, sweeping, and bending, why not let technology pick up the slack? It's not cheating, it's surviving. Think of it as hiring a tiny team of assistants who work for free and don't talk back. 10. Embrace good enough cleaning. Now here's maybe the most important lesson of them all. Sometimes good enough really is good enough. I used to think cleaning was about getting every streak off the window, every crumb out of the couch, every speck of dust off the bookshelf. But you know what? Life's too short, and our bodies don't always cooperate with perfectionism. A senior I know put it best. He said, "If I can see out the window, it's clean enough. I don't need it sparkling like a showroom. That's wisdom right there." Another woman laughed and said she stopped ironing years ago. "Wrinkles are just fabric personality," she told me. And honestly, I wish I'd thought of that line myself. The truth is, nobody's going to come into your house with a white glove and check the tops of your cabinets. And if they do, well, hand them a duster and tell them to go for it. What matters is that your home feels safe, comfortable, and livable, not perfect. When you're elderly, disabled, or living with chronic pain, you have to save your energy for things that actually bring you joy. Maybe that's time with your grandkids, tending your plants, or just curling up with a good book, scrubbing behind the fridge until your back gives out. That doesn't make the list. One man told me he's adopted a simple motto: clean enough to be healthy, messy enough to be happy. I love that. It takes the pressure off and lets you feel proud of what you can do instead of guilty about what you can't. So go ahead, leave a little dust on the shelf, let the laundry stay unfolded, skip the streak-free shine. Your home doesn't need to look like a magazine spread. It just needs to feel like yours. And sometimes the smartest, kindest cleaning hack of all is giving yourself permission to stop chasing perfection. So there you have it. Cleaning hacks that actually work when you're elderly, disabled, or living with pain. These aren't about pushing yourself past your limits or pretending you've got the same energy you did at 25. They're about working smarter, not harder, and finding little shortcuts that make a big difference in how your home feels. The truth is, every bit of energy you save on scrubbing, bending, or lifting is energy you can put into something that brings you joy instead. And your house? It doesn't need to be spotless. It just needs to feel safe, cozy, and welcoming to you. That's the kind of clean that really matters. If this video gave you some helpful ideas, or at least made you smile, hit that like button, subscribe for more tips like these, and share it with a friend who could use a little relief when it comes to cleaning. Because at the end of the day, it's not about perfection. It's about making life a little lighter.